fucking 3 people in there. What? All right, we're live. We're back. We're playing some Reclaim the Sky right now, awaiting the arrival of James Logan. You are watching and listening to the Artist on the Rise radio show with Guy Tolve, T-Life, and Laura Weissman sitting behind us.
My new nickname is Gracie.
Yes.
Gracie.
Gracie. At the end, we'll say goodnight, Gracie, and she will say goodnight. All right. Anyway, like I said, just to reintroduce everybody, I'm Guy Tolve. This is T-Life. That's Laura Weissman. We have James Logan on the way. He's down the block. We're playing brand new music right now on the radio end, and it is called. The song is called Dollhouse. Good stuff. Song is called Dollhouse. Band is called Reclaim the Sky. Check these guys out. Check these guys out. You're gonna love them. Go and find them on Facebook. Find them everywhere. Olivia, what's up, Olivia? Olivia's in there saying Gracie. If you're on live, then you should be seeing it. So anyway, Olivia's in there, and who else is in there? My cousin Andrea. What's up, Andrea? Hang out. We got James Logan coming. You're going to love this dude. You're going to want to hear him sing. You bringing a guitar? Is that what's going on?
I think so.
All right, listen, if you want to hear the music, I always say this. If you want to hear the music the way it's intended, you can either go and over to the radio end, which is www.aotr.rocks. You can go there and hear the music, or you can stick around here and hear it in the background. So anyway, T.
Yes, sir.
Talk to me, my brother.
Well, let's see. We're going to get rolling here in a minute.
Yeah, I'm gonna lower down the music.
I'm going to go and see if James.
Yeah, you go out and grab him. If he was on Broad Street, he's up the block, so he'll be down here. All right, T's going out to get James Logan. Ladies, I'm going to tell you right now. You better get ready to have an extra pair of panties around.
Oh my
because
God,
this dude is gorgeous, and I'm a dude, and I'm telling you he's gorgeous. We were joking around earlier on the show, right? He was like, he's got his head down, referencing me. He goes, he's got his head down, he's got his glasses on. I got to compete with a kid half my age tonight on this show who happens to be really, really good looking, and T just went outside to get him. He should be here in a couple of minutes. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Once again, if you want to hear the music that we play, you need to go over to the radio end, which is www.aotr.rocks. But I'd rather you hang out with us here on Facebook. There's a lot of you guys in there. It's kind of weird. This thing says 4 people, but we know it's more than that because we're looking at a different analytic, and we know that there's a lot more people in there than that. So hang out with us on the radio end. Right now, we're probably somewhere in the 250,000 range. So thank you for tuning on the radio end. Thank you for tuning in on the Facebook end. We love you guys. All right, we started the show, and we went off for a few minutes because, to be honest with you, I was starving. So we ordered some cheesesteaks in because we are in Philadelphia. I just had a half a cheesesteak. It wasn't that great. I won't even talk about it. But anyway, we're getting ready for a great show tonight. We got James Logan. He's outside. He's coming in. We're going to set him up. He's going to perform for you live here. You're going to love this kid. You really are. Just a couple of quick updates. The TV show that I'm getting ready to do, where I'm actually going to be starring in my own TV show, believe it or not. It's going to be called Rock in the Kitchen. It's going to be on Netflix. We don't know when yet officially, but we're going into production in about 3 to 4 weeks. We'll be in production, and I'll be filming my own TV show. Who would have thought it? Just amazing. I want to give a shout-out to Donald Siago. What's up, Donald? And Bobby Wellen, my old dart partner. Me and Bobby, we used to throw darts like nobody could out in that Queens League, that Champions Choice Dart League, right, Bobby? We kicked ass, we took names, we went undefeated and won the championship, baby. Great year back then. Anyway, yeah.
I lost my feed here.
Say again?
I lost the feed, so I can't talk to anybody.
Just click out of it and go back in. Right, Olivia is saying you got to go to the hood for the good cheesesteak. No, I got to go to my own kitchen because I make the best cheesesteaks on the planet, and you know it's true. And don't try and deny it. Right, these people up, I don't understand. We're in Philadelphia. They make cheesesteaks, and they're putting
There was like no cheese in that.
There was no cheese in it, but they're putting red sauce on it and pickles. What the hell is that? That's not a cheesesteak. A cheesesteak is steak, onions, and cheese. Lots of cheese. So anyway, a lot of people tuning in, bouncing out. I want to thank you guys for joining us. Just bear with us for a couple minutes. T-Life went outside. He's getting James Logan. He's coming back in, and he's going to be live in here performing for you. You're going to love this guy. And let me see. Danny Ledney's in there. What's up, Danny?
Hi, Danny.
Right, here's Lori. She's saying
happy
hello.
Happy belated anniversary.
Yeah, happy belated
and
anniversary.
Happy belated birthday.
And happy belated birthday.
Late.
You know what? That's terrible.
I know.
Anyway, like I said, T-Life just went outside to get James Logan, our special guest. He'll be in here in a few minutes. He's going to perform live for you. You definitely want to stick around for that. I'm waiting right now, actually, on my son, Anthony. He's supposed to be in here tonight and hanging out with us. He better get his ass in here.
TJ and Sabrina's still at work.
Yeah, that's all right. In the meantime, I screwed up on the radio end. We had dead air there for a while. We're going back live on there now. That's my fault. I shouldn't have did that. Anyway, so you know what? Tell us your comments. Ask us some questions. If you have any requests, let us know. We'll try and get the song and play it for you. We're here for you, baby. We love it. All right, so come hang out with us.
Excuse me.
All right, what else do we have tonight? We got Chris Cornell's death. We already discussed that, but kind of heartbreaking.
You can talk about what happened in Manchester.
Yeah, I'd rather not discuss that stuff. You know, but our love and our hearts go out to the people of Manchester.
That dude that we heard on that you played for me, the comedian.
Yeah, he's right though.
Oh my God, is he right? But he was hilarious.
Yeah, actually,
in his delivery.
There's a dude whose name I'm trying to remember right now. His name is
Italian dude.
Yeah, his name is Fred. He does all these Italian videos, like the Brooklyn thing. And he kind of attacked Ariana Grande because she got on a plane and left. Instead of going to the hospital and seeing her fans that were hurt, she just kind of bailed out. And they're trying to say that she collapsed and she didn't know how to handle it. Well, you know what? Too bad. Right? These are your fans. You need to go out and be there for them. And they weren't. So, and she wasn't, I should say. So you know what? Screw it. How you doing over there? You back online or what?
No, it's not coming up.
Give me this thing.
Or on my phone.
Okay, let me see what we got to do here to get Lori back on here for the comments. And
I am definitely technologically challenged.
yeah, no, that goes without saying.
I'd
She's
be
got
nice.
50 programs open here.
I do not.
Right. All you got to do is go right here. Right. This is us right here live. Right. You're a little bit behind, or is this the first one? Time
That
out.
looks like the first. That's what I couldn't get to the second one.
Nope, that's the first one. The second one should be.
I might not be so technologically
Here we go.
disturbed.
Here's the first one right here.
I don't want the first
We'll bring
one.
it. No, this is the second one. This is us right now. Here you go. Okay, and now Lori's back online, and she'll be taking your questions, comments, requests, whatever you want to do here. Like I keep saying, T-Life just stepped out. He went to get James Logan, who's our special guest tonight. Great artist. T-Life's actually producing him, and he's going to have him in the studio soon, and we can't wait to get his brand new music. It sounds like they're coming down the stairs now. Right? Yep, they're coming down the stairs now, so stick around. They'll be in here. We're going to introduce James and bring T-Life back to the performance here. Here we go now. We're already on the air. Just come on in.
Just be careful, don't trip.
Lord, just move over that way. Let James have a seat.
You should do take your guitar in here and take it out.
I will. How are you? What's going on? What's
We'll
going on,
introduce
everybody?
you officially when you come back. James Logan's in the house, folks, so get ready to hang out and have a great time. This dude is an amazing artist. T-Life's getting ready to produce some brand new music with him, and I can't wait to hear this album when he's done with it. I really can't. I have a couple of songs from him that he's recorded previously with somebody else. I'm going to play them for you. And you know what? Since he's here and he's in the house.
In the house. In the house.
Donald Siago says throw some mushrooms on that cheesesteak. Yeah, I would, but like I said, we're in Philadelphia and I couldn't get a decent cheesesteak.
That's not true.
Not here. Not the one they just brought me.
Well, you should have went to D'Alessandro's.
Well, I told them to go over to Bruno's, but nobody went.
That's where the human beings go.
Exactly. Right. Anyway, let me introduce.
Your son is not a
Right.
human being.
You need.
Oh, no.
You guys.
My son?
You need
Hell
to
no,
move
they're
over, and he
animals.
needs to sit there.
Okay, we're changing places.
Changing spots.
Everybody switch.
Okay.
All right, let me introduce to the audience
Kicking you out?
Mr. James Logan.
Poor baby.
Hello, everybody.
Why?
James Logan in the house.
If I'm a girl, I'd rather look at him than me. Well, that's serious.
Okay,
not.
can I introduce him now?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, everybody that's watching, listening on the radio, we got a lot of listeners on the radio end, but I would just let you know what's going on. That's the live Facebook broadcast.
Excellent.
This is the live radio broadcast.
Okay.
This is 250,000 strong right now.
Whoa.
So you got a very large audience on the radio. Over there's probably about 50, 60, something like that. I don't know what's in there.
Yeah.
But it shows two, but that's
They're
not
on
how
and
it
off.
works.
They're on
Yeah,
and off.
yeah,
It's
they
like
come
one,
on, they
two,
come
yeah.
off. Right, but anyway, so we got James Logan in here right now. And what I want to do is, before we get started, is obviously I'm going to have some questions for you.
Oh, yeah.
I want to start off, I want to give these people a little taste of you.
Okay.
All right, and what I want to do is I want to drop in a song for the radio listeners, because like I said, there's a lot of people out there. And
a little taste of you.
Yeah, so what I want to do is I have two songs for you.
Ah, I see.
I have Waves and I have Prophecy.
Queued up already.
Yeah, queued up. You know what? I want to start with Prophecy because it's my favorite James Logan song.
Excellent.
So I'm going. I usually say my favorite for last, but fuck that. I want to do my favorite first tonight. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we've been waiting to get this guy on for a few weeks now. James Logan. I'm gonna crank up here in the studio. Great song. If you're watching on Facebook and want to hear the music a little better, jump over.
Just want to say, he just came back off tour.
Right, we'll get to that. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to it. I promise.
You didn't know that.
I did know that.
You did know that.
I absolutely did know that.
How'd you know that?
I actually told Lori in the house. I said, "You called me up. By the way, are you?"
I told you.
You texted
So I
me.
told you.
You texted me
Yeah.
3 hours before showtime when I wasn't even coming, and said James is coming. I looked at Lori and said, "Dude's on tour. Must be on a break or something. We need to get down there while we got him. So we're going to the studio." It took an hour and a half to get here, hour and 45 minutes to get here, but we
And I didn't tell you last week that he was going to be here tonight.
No, but you did tell me he was on tour.
Thank you.
All
All right, let's keep it moving.
right, now that we're done arguing, we will resume our regular schedule of programming now. Let's get some James Logan in. I'm going to drop this in when we're done with this song. Right, we're going to talk to James. We've got a lot of questions for him. And T-Life is here. T-Life is producing his upcoming album. They're getting ready to go in the studio. We're going to get to all of that and a whole lot more. But first, I want to introduce you to him. So what we're going to do is, like I said, if you're on Facebook and you want to hear, hear the song the right way, jump on over to www.aotr.rocks. And you can hear it live on the radio end where we have much better sound. But in the meantime, if you're on Facebook, hang out with us because we're going to crank it up here in the studio. We're about to get fucking deaf. We're about to listen to the one, the only, the man sitting behind me, baby.
Yeah,
this kid is gorgeous. If I was a girl, I'd blow him. Here we go. James Logan.
Right? How you gonna?
Am I a different entity? I'm tired of pretending that I'm just a flame in the fire. I'm aiming inside, the world is mine. Making enemies, I'm a slave, guarantee it just takes time. I'm seeing it all take flight, just wait it out. Cameras in that ground, but I'm ruthless, I'm on top of it. Don't look like you will be stopping me. I am the prophet to you, all imposters. I'm who got the prophecy. I'm that dude in that monster. I do not involve with those who are not involved as me. Got some blue on the chakra to shoot at them bots taking shots at me. I can see guys in that mirror. Guess now I got to be on this Adonis and call this supremacy. Over the line, oh, you've been wasted. Blind with an eye closed, I can't help. And falling way down, I'm falling and open inside. There's nothing more. Only you open your eyes. Any day now. It's all just emotion and time. There's nothing more to say now. Only you open your eyes.
It ran out.
Only you open your eyes. Run it through, cause honestly I'm in the quantity. Fucking monopoly. Someone my calling these dudes in my colony. Tell them follow me. I ain't impossibly hostile and dominant prodigy. I can see no use for modesty. Study astronomy. I have got so many doubts for that. Straight it out. Straight it out. Fury that the consequences laden out, fading out, shading out. But not alone, I stand, it's not your day to bow. Wait it out, wait it out. I know you never wanna know the day without reaching deep inside, and I can't hold you. Ready for the way down, going and open inside.
You're listening to James Logan right now, introductory song.
Open your eyes. Any day now. It's all just emotion and time. There's nothing more to say now. Before you open your eyes. Ready for the way down. Going and open inside. I won't let you drown. Stop this thing falling down. I won't let you drown. Stop this thing falling down.
All right, that was James Logan, who's sitting right here. Wanted to introduce you to him by playing one of his songs that he's previously recorded. Let's get to you right now. Tell these people, who are you, where you from, what's going on, buddy?
Well, my name is James Logan.
So here,
Okay.
go right in front of that camera. It won't be like back there.
They call me James. I come from South Jersey. I've been doing this guitar thing for quite some time. Quite some time in my years. I'm 24. I've been doing it for about 10 years.
I got interrupted. You see how beautiful your hair is and thick? That's what mine used to look like. Now
Oh,
it
your
looks
hair's
like
very
this.
nice, man.
So when you get older, this is what it's going to look like. Anyway,
Still got
continue.
some body to it. Yeah, man. Been doing the guitar thing for a while. Played in some bands when I was younger. Came from more of a rock bluesy background. Got
Right.
into some more R&B, a little more of the hip hop angle of things as I got older too. And
Which I love, by the way.
Very good.
I don't normally like that music. I don't go in that direction. But when I heard your stuff, I was like, holy cow, got to get this guy in the show.
I appreciate your interest in it, man. It's very nice to hear when someone else has a favorite James Logan song.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
No, that's
something I'm used to,
The
man. It's
legacy.
wonderful.
That's definitely. I mean, Prophecies. I'm sorry, Prophecy is definitely my favorite James Logan song.
Thank
right
you.
now.
And you know,
Until T Life produces a new one and
Right.
eclipses it, and which I'm hoping for.
well, that's a bona fide hit maker. So we have some stuff.
Yeah,
coming,
you
but,
know who you're with, but we'll get to him later. Let's
Yeah.
talk about you right now.
Well, people with more of a musical background, people who appreciate musicianship, tend to like that song more
Mhm.
because of the musicianship.
Yeah,
in it.
exactly.
But I play anything, man. Anything that I like, anything that I hear, whether it's guitar, whether it's strictly synthesized. I sing, I do a little rapping, I do a little bit of whatever, man. And after a couple of years playing in bands, I just started
Right.
making my own stuff, producing my own stuff, singing my own stuff, and it's just been, just meeting
Master
people.
of all trades.
Not master yet.
No, will be. You know how they say.
He's being modest.
Right, he's being modest.
Yeah,
How does that
yeah.
go? Jack of all trades, master of none.
Master of none.
Yeah.
Jack of all volumes and genres and everything, and he will be the master of them all very, very shortly. For those of you that are just tuning in, we're sitting here live, Artist on the Rise radio show. This is James Logan, up-and-coming artist, about to be produced by the one and only T-Life. If you missed his song, shame on you. He's going to do some live stuff in a little bit, so stick around. Anyway, let's get back to you.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry for the interruption. Every now and then we just got to keep the people interested.
Oh, it's all part of the show, man.
Yeah,
There's
absolutely.
no interruption.
Okay, so you're from Jersey.
Jersey, South Jersey.
South Jersey,
Mhm.
right? Whereabouts exactly?
Glassboro.
Glassboro, okay.
Summit City, Rowan.
Right,
Rowan
okay.
University.
Very cool, very
Formerly
cool.
Glassboro
Believe
State.
it or not, a lot of the listeners here are old friends of mine from Brooklyn that all live in Jersey now. So you're picking up a nice audience tonight.
Excellent.
No doubt about it.
Mhm.
All right, let me ask you this. How old were you the first time you picked up an instrument?
First time I picked up an instrument, I must have been 12 years old.
12. Wow, that's pretty cool.
12 years old. Mm-hmm.
You know what I find interesting, because musicians and athletes are kind of the same. You pick up a bat or a hockey stick around the same age, same thing with a guitar, everything just kind of moves forward, and
Exactly.
all of a sudden there it is. But only very small percentage of those people make it in that first thing they picked up, and here you are. Would you say 24?
24.
24, still holding the guitar in your hand, so congratulations.
Thank you, man. Yeah, it called to me.
It shows the dedication.
Yeah, well, I did martial arts in my younger years, and as soon as that was, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna keep playing this guitar, and I mean, for the most part, self-taught. I learned from people whenever I play with people. My dad played too, so I learned a little from him.
Cool.
And I just like to play, and I
Very
like
cool.
to play. I'd like to play more instruments. I do a little keyboard. I have interest in other instruments. I do a lot of programming and synthesized stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Let me take these off so you can see me. All right, cliche question now.
Yes.
Who are your influences?
Influences. Well, see, there's a difference between who I'm influenced by and who I actually listen to. I don't listen to very much music. Really, I really mainly listen to classical music.
I believe it.
A lot of Vivaldi, a lot of Bach.
Nice.
You know,
Nice.
that kind of, I love that shit.
See, you know, believe it or not, so do I.
Excellent.
I'm a true metalhead down in my core from
Yep.
1980s, growing up as a teenager. I love metal, but
Mhm.
you listen to some of that stuff, it's all based in that. You know,
Yes.
like when Metallica did Metallica and Symphony.
And
How do you think they were to write that out? Because it's written that way to
Mhm.
begin with.
It's
You know what
eternal,
I mean?
man.
So
It's
if-
music.
We've been trying to preach on this show for 8 years. Go back to the roots.
Yes.
If you go back to the roots and understand the music
Yes.
from 200 years ago,
Yes.
300 years ago, I mean, and all that classic stuff, what we now call classical, if you understand that, and now this day and age you pick this up, you can make that happen if you get it.
Exactly.
And by the way, most of the successful people I've come across, they all agree with you. They go back to the classical roots. So please explain to these people why that's so true.
Oh, it's very important, because otherwise you're just going to be too influenced by the music that you hear on the radio. You're going to be too influenced by your surroundings.
Exactly.
And you're going to end up sounding like that. You need to hear how music is created. You need to hear how music is made. And then you find your way to interpret that. And then of course there's going to be more modern influences for anybody. You know, I love, you know, all the old funk. I love there's some European artists, this producer named Imogen Heap. I'm a huge fan of her. I listen to her. I like a lot of hip hop. I like a lot of, you know, Outkast, Kanye West. Some of the newer guys are good lyrically. You know, I was really into INXS back in the day.
Right. Back in the day, you weren't even born when that
Right?
came out.
Back in
You weren't, at the very least, you were wearing diapers when they came
I
out.
wasn't
You're making
even-
me feel like an old man now. We'll talk about that later.
I wasn't even here yet, man. Exactly. I like. There's a couple of the newer like post-hardcore metal bands that I actually like a lot. Just that their technical skills are amazing. So
Yeah.
you can't discount that. Yeah, man. I mean, if you're a true student of life and music, you just
Right.
gotta kind of absorb
See, but
everything.
you
and-
just said the key words, because like I said, you're new to the show. You probably don't know what we do here,
Mhm.
and the format's kind of changed a little bit lately. But what we usually do is this is what we try to teach. You got to get to those roots. You got to pay attention to everything you just said. So I don't have to say it. He just did. Right. So all right. So let's move on a little bit as we fast forward.
Yes.
Right. You're doing your thing. Right. You don't know T-Life yet. Obviously, he's not involved in any of this. You got Prophecy, and you got Wave, and these other songs that are up on YouTube and all of this. Where did that come from, and what was the experience of recording that and the success of it, or whatever?
These songs that I have up already, I haven't released new music in about 2 years. So everything you're hearing now is still the last generation of James. The new stuff hasn't even come out yet. Stuff like Waves, everything that's on my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/James Logan Music.
There you go, shameless plug. We'll get to that later.
Great plug.
Exactly.
Great plug.
You did that really well, I must
Thank
say.
you.
You see how that flowed right in? I told you, the boy knows. He
Yeah.
knows. He knows.
All that, most of the stuff on there is actually remixes, sampled music from. I took pieces of music that was coming out at the time while I was making it, and I was trying to piggyback off of the wave of these new songs that were coming out. So I was like, all right, you know, someone wants to hear Waves. Waves is a song by a European artist named Mr. Probs. So like, all right, he just came out with that. It was about a week old. Let me sample that guitar part and put a different beat under it, and let me release my own version of it.
Right.
And some people were checking in. So there's a lot of music that was like that. I recorded all that stuff in my basement. That's all done with a you know.
That's pretty much the way it's done
setup
these days. Until you meet somebody like this dude, and we'll bring him in a minute and get to that part of it.
So that one, Prophecy, is a different one. That was completely original. Those are all my guitar parts, all of my everything.
But that's what I was going to get to next, the original stuff. How much of this is original? Prophecy is yours.
Prophecy, I built that from the ground up myself.
Right, that was yours.
All my guitars, all of my.
Is that self-produced, or was there somebody involved in that? So that's all self-produced.
Strictly me, yes. Same thing with Waves and the other ones. I still built them up, but I would take components from another song. So that's someone else's guitar part, but I still built. But yeah, Prophecy is completely me. I mean, while I was learning to write songs, I was learning to build drum patterns and build synthesized arrangements.
Right.
So I learned all that stuff at the same time, and Prophecy is an example of me using all that stuff.
Yeah. First of all, like I said, it's my favorite James Logan song.
I
love it. And there's like 30 YouTube videos of you, and I went through every last one of them, and Prophecy stuck out, and you can tell that it's an original song. It's kind of like you put your tattoo on it. I mean, it's yours. You can tell that one's yours. There's not much sampling in that. That's not going on that song. That's all you.
Which is why some people don't like it at first. Some people
well,
hear
you
that
know what? They don't know what they're talking about
like,
then, and don't get me started live on the air right here if you don't know what that's about. Fucking idiots. But no, I mean, come on. I mean, listen, people. I'll tell you right now. I'll give you a little of my own experience. Somebody like me, I hear it, I know that's why it's my favorite. I know that's all you.
Excellent.
That's all James Logan. You've stamped it and said, mine.
And it takes a good ear to recognize.
It's almost like caveman style. Mine. Pump your chest up because it's a great achievement. Great song. Great song. And now you're working with this man, and I can tell you right now, you're about to go to the next level. All right, so let's bring T back in here, if we will, and talk about what's coming up for Mr. James Logan. And you know what? I got an idea. How about this? Why don't
James needs the elbow room.
I was gonna.
So you sit
Am I
there.
okay over here?
You know what, Lori? Do me a favor. Step
go
out.
outside?
Yeah, step. We're going to give James that because before we get to
I'm
T,
going to get you a bench, not a bench.
No,
a
I'm
stool.
fine. It's fine.
No.
I can sit
you know what?
outside.
Why don't we put him on the stool right in the middle so he can play for us?
You want the stool?
That would be
I
good.
can
Yeah,
take
you
a
grab the
All
stool.
right.
James is about to perform for us before we get to what's next. You know what I mean? And I'm going to leave it to you to promo and talk about what you want. And
Thank you.
right, you know what? I can't wait to hear you do this live. What are you going to do
You're making
live?
me nervous. I'm doing a song called Choices. Another original. Comes from a much more involved arrangement that I made, but this is the stripped down version.
Right.
It's something I'm still working on, and it's something that I like to
Is
play
this
live
something
with
you're
the crew.
producing with T-Life for?
Well, we haven't talked about this one.
No, you got to get
We're
that
gonna-
far already.
We're gonna do.
You got to move on.
We gotta do
Let me say. Let me get T-Life
Let me
shoes
get
out of here.
my beautiful sandals on.
Let me get these 100-year-old sandals out of here.
Darn tootin'.
Oh my God, they're as old as you. They're at least 100.
Well, actually, I was walking with
Darn
Jesus.
tootin'.
All right,
and-
for the
like
people
that.
listening on the radio end,
Cowboy.
thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you very much. For the people over on Facebook, you're ready for a treat right now. Mr. James Logan is about to give you an original song called
Choices.
Song's called Choices. I'm just gonna turn it over to him. Camera's yours.
Song is called Choices. It's not available yet, but you're getting an exclusive first look here. This is just the acoustic version. Which mic am I singing into?
Just sing out. This
Sing
thing's
out?
this thing's peaking.
We're running all the time, but do we ever turn that energy inside? Somebody said it helps to look at every day with open arms, rather than just selling yourself shorter than your spine. I've never been the kind to run around and tell that truth that's kept inside my mind. They'll drag you down to hell if they don't lend an ear, then don't alarm. They don't know as well if they sit down and close their eyes. Don't be afraid. I won't let it die. Don't be afraid of what it's like when you're trying to ignite in the dark. 'Cause deep inside when you shine on one light, it's hard to get it started, but you got in the fight. This heart up in the stars gonna elevate your fall. I can call on the rain. I'm the decider on everything. I can make another set of physical laws. Just pause and go within, and I don't feel any pain. There's so much more to attain that they took from you for their own gain. There's that short list of those who won't be named. Shake their invisible chains. I'm not afraid. I won't let it die. I'm not afraid of what it's like when you're trying to ignite in the dark. 'Cause deep inside when you shine on one light, it's hard to get started, but you got in the fight. This heart up in the stars gonna elevate your choices. There's choices that we make. There's choices that we make. There's choices that we make. Oh, in truth, they say we can do anything, but can we learn to fly? Might as well run and tell all of those people in the sky. He can't do anything, but then he learns to fly very well. Might as well, I guess I'll try, I guess I'll try. I know we'll all be fine. It helps to be yourself when they're just looking for their kind. Tell them kill somebody else. There's many wings and broken arms. At any rate we fell, but once we climb I know we'll shine. I'm not afraid. Won't let it die. I'm not afraid of what it's like when you're trying to ignite in the dark. 'Cause deep inside when you shine with light, it's hard to get started, but you got in the fight. This heart up in the stars gonna elevate your fall.
Oh, that was
That was
nice.
very
Thank
nice.
Oh, that was nice.
Thank you.
That was so nice. I want to sit back and let him take over the show and just keep singing.
Not too much. Not too much.
That was really
Thank
nice.
you. Thank you.
Great.
Man, you know what? I don't usually show people I drink on the air, but every show on this station drinks on
Well,
the air.
I'm drinking Pepsi.
You could drink your Pepsi. I'm doing a shot to that.
But nobody knows what you're drinking but me.
Oh man, that was awesome, dude.
Let me tell you something about this guy.
I was waiting for you to chime in and help me
You
out
know,
here.
the first time I heard him, and the first time I met him, and I'm not blowing smoke rings, but I felt like I was in the presence of a superstar. A superstar to
Well,
me.
it's obvious.
You know, he's a star in his own right. You know what I'm saying? And, he's innovative. You know, and these days it ain't easy to be innovative. You know what I mean? People don't want innovation. They want something that sounds
They
like
want
something
commercial
else.
crap.
You know, something else that sounds like this.
Right.
Oh, do you sound like so and so? Can you
Right.
do this and blah blah blah?
Mm-hmm.
And from the door, I knew he was not that. And we just been doing. He's actually been helping me to produce some stuff on me.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
And
Very
he's
cool.
very humble.
And he's a beautiful cat, man. We get along like it's a beautiful thing. That's all I can say. You
Lori,
know,
post that on Facebook to get everybody back in
I
there.
I don't really get along with a lot of people. I don't really get along with Guy. I don't really like him. You know, I tolerate him. You understand what I'm saying? And it's not easy. But if it wasn't for his lovely, lovely wife, you know, and I told her the other day, I said she should have been blonde. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't going there.
I
Because now,
should have been blonde?
yeah.
Why? I've been a strawberry blonde my whole life.
Well, I mean, blonde.
No.
You know, like Marilyn Monroe blonde.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No.
You know, there's a certain mentality that comes with being blind.
What, ditzy?
You got it.
I'm already ditzy.
I never said that. I didn't say that.
If you ever heard the list of nicknames,
I wasn't even thinking that.
if you ever heard the list of nicknames that man has for me,
Right.
and I'm not taking anything away from you, James, I'm sorry, but
What? Who? Me? The
Yeah,
nicknames? I got 100 nicknames for you. All right, listen. I want to do something here. Right.
James, disclosure.
I want to. We're gonna wrap up this video. Take a break. We're gonna come back and start over in about 10 minutes. We'll be right back.